Queens College, the City University of New York, we provide great support services for students. So we make sure you get a great education, but that you're prepared for that job that you're hoping for after graduation as well too. We have over 70 different majors, so everything from business, sciences, even art programs as well. And we're known for our very affordable tuition fees for students. So I tell students, if you're looking to study in the US, in New York City as well too, we have a great opportunity for all students.
Hi everyone, greetings from PI International Education. আপনাদের জন্য আজকে আরেকটা podcast session আমরা নিয়ে আসছি আমাদের PI ধানমন্ডি অফিস থেকে. And today I have a really special guest with me. He's come all the way from the US to meet with our students and students from all over Dhaka. He's Mr. Blake from Queens College. He's the Director of Marketing and Recruitment for Queens College of the City University of New York. And it's a pleasure to have you, Blake, at our office. I really hope that you had a good time meeting with our students and at our different offices.
Yeah, I did. And as first off, just thank you all so much just for allowing us to be here today and to meet with so many wonderful students that you've had in your offices. And I have to say, over these past, kind of few days that I've been here in Dhaka, like it's just been so wonderful talking to so many great students and helping them hopefully find out about how to achieve their study goals in the United States, and just a wonderful support I've seen you all provide to every student. So it's been amazing. Every time I come back to Bangladesh, it feels like it just gets better and better every time.
Yeah, so আজকে আমরা হচ্ছে ব্লেকের সাথে কুইন্স কলেজের বিভিন্ন বিষয় নিয়ে আলাপ করব, যেরকম কুইন্স কলেজে কেন বাংলাদেশি স্টুডেন্টসরা পড়তে যেতে পারে এবং কি সুবিধাগুলো কুইন্স কলেজে আছে. What are the programs that are available at the institution, and kiki requirements and everything, plus scholarship opportunities kiki ache. So Blake, let's talk us through like Queens College, City University of New York. How's it like for international students?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So Queens College, City University of New York, we're really truly a global campus. And I tell students all the time that if you're hoping to maybe go somewhere where you can meet students from all over the world, we really kind of epitomize that. We have students from 151 different countries that are studying at Queens College. So I tell students that 75% of the world's countries are represented within our campus alone. And so, when you're there and you're missing home, you're missing, food from your home country, like biryani, you'll easily find that just anywhere in our student area as well too. You'll meet, students from all over, especially from Bangladesh as well. And at Queens College, we really care about trying to provide support for students. And so we're really well known for our value. Believe it or not, actually this year, 2025, the Wall Street Journal actually ranked Queens College as number 8 for best value in the entire United States.
That's a great achievement.
Yeah, not just New York, but the entire US. And so for our students, they get a great education, but, especially when they're trying to prepare for hopefully a job after graduation. We've had students work for companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, even to name a few as well too. And each and every year we have career fairs where they can, try to meet with those companies to maybe land that job that they're hoping for, once they graduate, or to get that internship there in their studies too. And so we really care about trying to provide a unique learning space. We're located in New York City, which is a great city, not only for sightseeing, but for education as well. So we're in the Queens part. So I tell students, you're going to get a great education, but when you want to go see Times Square, when you want to go to Central Park, Wall Street, you're so nearby to be able to see those things. And talking about jobs, New York City has more businesses than any other city in the US. And so it's a great student location.
Yeah, so all of that I think makes Queens a really global campus. As you said, 151 countries, that's like a huge number, almost 3/4 of the whole world. So so regarding jobs and other opportunities that students get, how does Queens help the students to further get ahead in their careers?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I would tell students, definitely think about that when you're in your studies too, and how that institution can help you. And at Queens College, I'll start off by saying we have a wonderful career center. It's a center for career and engagement. And they provide resources for students about finding out what kind of internships are available. So that way, during your studies, when you're trying to get that hands-on learning experience, internships can be available. And they're usually done during the summers for most students. Some are paid, some are not paid as well too. And that Career Center also provides information about what kind of jobs are available there. So when a student is getting ready to graduate and they're seeking out, those opportunities to work, they can provide those resources. Some students don't know this, and I kind of mentioned that to them, is as an international student, in the US, you have something called OPT.
Yeah.
Which stands for Optional Practical Training.
Yeah.
And so that means once you graduate, you can remain in the US for a certain amount of time to work within your field. If you study a STEM program, which is science, technology,
You stay for a
engineering,
longer
mathematics,
period.
exactly. You can stay initially 12 months, a year, and it can be extended for an additional 2 years, so up to 3 years in total. And then if it's a non-STEM program, that's 1 year of OPT. So that's a great benefit for international students. And then we have CPT, which is Curricular Practical Training, and that is like an internship. And so you can take part in those during your studies. It can be up to 12 months, so 1 year. If you do CPT, it does kind of cut into your OPT, so it's something to talk to the international office about, but it's a great benefit for students to get some of that hands-on learning. Also, international students can work within the campus, right? So they can work on campus during their studies. Students on our campus might work in things like the research labs, the dining hall, the accommodations, working in the computer labs, the library, places like that. So there can be some of those opportunities as well.
So in a way, we can say that Queen's not only provides world-class education, but also helps students get jobs and, land good internships.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because our goal, what we really aim to achieve is to make sure each and every student gets a great education.
Yeah.
But that they're set up for success,
Because
right?
that's the actual point, really.
Exactly. That's the point. You're there to obviously get a good education, but you want to set yourself up for your future, right?
Definitely.
And that's what we want to make sure that we do, is provide those resources, provide those industry connections, provide those kind of, linkages to help each student get to their goals that they want to do and want to achieve. So that's what we specialize in. And that's why I think, going back to that best value, according to Wall Street Journal, that's what we really strive for students.
Right, Blake. So moving forward, let's talk about the programs that are available at Queen's, because, students from different streams come to us asking for different programs. And, it's good to have different streams of program available in one's institution. So let's talk through about the programs that are available for undergraduate as well as the graduate students.
Yeah, absolutely. We have many courses at Queen's College. We have over 170 programs in total between undergraduate and graduate. We have everything from business programs. So if you're wanting to do like business administration, international business, even things like accounting, finance, economics. We have sciences. And so computer science, for example, which is our number one most popular major for students. We have biology, we have chemistry. We even have a lot of performing arts programs as well for students who may be interested in doing film studies or drama and theater. So we have many different things that students may be interested in. Our focus of the courses that we have revolve around business, sciences, and arts. That's really where I like to say is our bread and butter. And so that's where a lot of our students come to study within those subjects and courses. Again, talking about computer science, as I kind of mentioned at the beginning, we're a part of what's known as the City University of New York system, the CUNY system. We have more computer science students than any other school in the CUNY system.
Wow.
So students, you're going to learn your programming languages, coding, C++, Java, Python. So it's a really good course. And then a lot of those programs have opportunities going back to internships, like I talked about earlier. So I always tell students, if there's a subject you're looking for, more than likely we have an offering for you within that too.
Right. So আপনারা সবাই শুনলেন বিভিন্ন ক্যাটাগরির programs are available at Queen's College. And so one thing that comes to students' mind when they think of studying abroad is definitely the cost. Because as an international student, it's quite a good amount of expense that they have to bear for the whole of their education. So how does Queen's range when it comes to tuition fees?
Yeah, absolutely. At Queens College, we are kind of known as an institution with affordable fees. So our tuition fee for undergraduate students is about $19,000 per year. We really want to make sure that, all students get a good education, but at an affordable price point. We're actually top 1% of students from rising from poverty to prosperity, just because we want to make sure that, again, that affordable fee structure is there, that you get the good education. So our tuition fee is about $19,000 per year.
Considering it's in New York, I think it's one of the most affordable tuition fees that I know personally as well. So it's really, really affordable for international students. Moving forward, just to, award the students or motivate them a little, is there any scholarship that is available if they have good grades?
There is. And so right now, for students who may be looking to study this upcoming fall, which is at the end of August, or also next spring, which is in January, we have a $1,500 scholarship. That's for students who enter through our GSSP, which is a program that provides extra support for international students. And so we have that $1,500 that, again, is applied to your first year fees. And then once students are at Queens College and within their studies, there are other scholarships that they can apply for every semester that can become available too.
Right. So it's not only that once you get into the college with the 1,500 or the 1,000 or whatever, that's that, and then you will not have a chance to increase it further. It depends on how you're performing at the college and the other opportunities that you will come across while you are there. So it's a great opportunity for students who might not get enough scholarships at the beginning, but later on towards while they're completing their education can get a few more opportunities for those scholarships as well. So GSSP you mentioned, I think it's the Global Student Success Program.
That's correct. Yeah.
Talk us through about GSSP. A lot of students don't understand this thing called a pathway entry, or how does this GSSP work? Is it going to increase the duration of their program, or does it have a poor visa ratio or something? So I think we should talk about the elephant in the room and take the myth out.
Yeah, happy. That's a great question. So I tell students, the GSSP, as I mentioned, it is a program designed for international students to give them extra support in that first year. And what does extra support mean? What does that look like? Extra support meaning that the class sizes for students at first year are a bit smaller. So they're about 15 students per class instead of, say, 30 students. So students get that extra attention, extra support from their professors. But also in the GSSP, students are getting extra advising, extra tutoring services as well. And similar to what you mentioned, kind of part of the elephant in the room, even in the GSSP, the student is studying for their degree program, computer science, business, whatever it may be. They are the Queens College student from day one. They're just getting those extra support services to kind of get used to U.S. education, a new environment, a new education system. The best example that I give, I tell students I'm from the U.S., right? Yeah. I graduated from a U.S. university. I did study in another country. I studied in France during my studies too. And just like a lot of students, I had to go for a visa. I had to go for an in-person interview. I got my visa. And when I went to France, I didn't know a single person. I actually didn't speak French. All my classes were in English, but I didn't speak French. I had to take French when I was there. But when I went there, my first month, I'm not going to lie, it was a bit of a challenge. It was a little bit hard because I was adjusting, right? A new language, a new culture, new environment, new class structure. But after that first month, I started to find my footing. And, the school that I went to provided me with some great resources to help me. I made a lot of friends, and I started to really enjoy it. And it was probably the best experience that I've ever had. And it changed my life. And I tell students, I wish I had a GSSP when I studied in France, because that program, again, it's set up to help you in that first year. So I wish I had something like that. So again, for students, it's that extra support that they're getting in their first year of their degree.